Thank you very much for not going away. We are still on to SAHUR Live on NTA. And Alhamdulillah, so far so good. We recited the glorious Quran earlier on, and we were talking about the favors and the blessings of Allah that He has done for us in so many ways, in so many forms, and so many more that Allah is still doing for us. We want to expatiate on those concepts of gratitude to Almighty Allah for us to know that we shouldn't take anything for granted. Imam Fuad, let me start from you. Things we take for granted. Has Allah not really been so merciful towards us?
That's a big word. That everything that we come to this world in the first instance is Allah's mercy.
It's a privilege.
In fact, it's a big privilege. Allah is the creator of the thing they use in making roads. He can decide to make you that thing they use in making roads, and you can't query him. Allah is the creator of all the trees they use in roofing the house. He might decide to create you a roof, a tree. They cut you and make you.
Part of the roofing.
You can't ask. You will not even know.
Allah.
So that we come to this world alone is enough for one to say, "Oh Allah, we are grateful to you." And not just coming alone to this world, for you to understand that Allah is one. That is the peak of the blessing of Almighty Allah. That is the peak. And the moment you know that Allah is one, you are conscious of that. You see, when a woman enters a labor room, there are so many things that might happen. One person has entered the labor room, two people can come out, three people can come out. Allah can replace the person who come out from the person that enters. Allah might decide nobody comes out. So when a woman enters the labor room and she comes out, 2, 3, is not something we should take for granted. It's not just any ordinary thing. It is something we should appreciate and thank Allah for all the time. Because you will see many people that have entered and nobody comes out. Somebody enter, Allah replace the person that entered with another person that comes out. So all those things that we are seeing is because we don't reason. That is why we assume we are anything or we are anybody. And that is why so many of us are very arrogant before God. I have arrogance before Allah. That is one of my evergreen sermons. Arrogance before Allah. That is the title. You feel it's because of your intelligence you are able to get something. You feel it's because you know how to scheme, you are able to get something. Or you feel because you know the right thing, that's why you have been able to get something. There is a footballer in Nigeria, I've forgotten his name, Obafemi Martins, I remember. And I respect that footballer for one thing. I know many people, young people, the moment I mention Obafemi Martins, they know. And I was reading his interview one day. He said many people used to think he's a very good scorer. He said one thing that's always surprised him about God is he will be running on his own. Somebody will just play a ball and will put it at the right place on his leg. As he's moving his leg, will now put this in the goalpost. People will now think he's the one that knows where to set. He said, to God, I swear. He said he never knew how those balls used to come. It's like he's just walking and the thing now come across his own leg and he just had. And I said, no, this one is a man of God. You can understand and appreciate what Almighty Allah is doing. If you think you are wise, that's the end.
Allahu Akbar. So Sheikh, gratitude over our health, the provisions we breathe freely. We don't have to pay bills for that. And we see we don't have to buy a recharge card for the way we service PHCN. Shouldn't a person just say Alhamdulillah, regardless of the condition?
You must say Alhamdulillah in all conditions, because the favors of Allah on us is uncountable. وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you are to be counting the favors, you have mentioned the area of the breeze we are consuming free of charge, the sun that is lightening without paying. If you are to be paying the bills like that of the NEPA, maybe some will just die because they will not have the opportunity of payment. Even the darkness for you to rest.
It's also a blessing
Of
too.
course,
See?
you see, there are so many things Allah has given us free of charge that we must be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For those who are ungrateful, at times they use their mouths to say it out. If Allah could have seen that mouth,
Even the mouth with which is complaining.
yes,
Cheeky now.
he doesn't have anything of his own.
He's only complain.
Yes. The eye you see, the nose, the air, the mouth, the brain that even tells you that you are in need of.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
People are mad going on the street. They don't know what they are doing.
They don't know even their needs again.
Yes,
People have to think for
you are complaining to the extent you say we have called God, we have called him with no answer. Well, so that it is on air now. But the reality is that Allah says, وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِنْ شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ وَلَإِنْ كَفَرْتُمْ مِنْ عَذَابِ لَشَدِيدٍ. Allah said, announce it out to all of them. Let them know that if you are grateful, Allah will add his favors for you. What will Allah do with what he's giving you? You and what you have been given belongs to Allah.
Allahu Akbar.
But if you rejected and refused, the consequence, the punishment of Allah is severe.
Allahu Akbar. Let us be grateful, whatever it is. Ala kulli hal. You always see, so you are much better than so many other persons. May Almighty Allah give us the ability to be grateful, and may Allah increase us in blessing too. Oh Allah, we thank you. We are not ungrateful. Please increase us in your grace, in your blessings and mercies. So many more favors that we are seeking from Allah. Let's be grateful for this one at least first. Alhamdulillah. So, on that note, we move on to the next segment now. We have a Nasiha segment. Professor Abdulwasi Gabadin is standing by to take us on that segment. Please stay tuned because this is Sahur Live on NTA. Assalamu alaikum.